4, 3.
Okay, so class, if we could just quiet down for the next group while they finish setting up. And their topic was
Police brutality.
police brutality, right. All right, so whenever you're all ready, feel free to begin.
Thanks. We're almost done.
Do you mind if I start us off?
Go ahead.
You do. Cool. You got it.
Hey everyone. So, like the professor said, our topic was police brutality, and it was a little bit difficult to get started on at first because we all had different opinions.
It was a bit of an issue, but I think we managed to work through it.
Yeah, we worked hard on it. It wasn't easy.
Nah, it wasn't easy, but we got it done. We got it done.
We tried to tackle everything from both sides. We knew we had to choose one side, but
We thought it would be fair if we chose what side we wanted to present on.
Kind of give everybody their own unique vision of what they think.
Right. And I decided to research the police's standpoint on certain issues. As you can see from the charts and graphs, from a very early point in their training, police officers are trained to assess the situation and provide the correct amount of force based on their assessment of the situation. And there have been quite a few instances of police brutality in the news recently. But a lot of that is you don't always get to see it from the police's side. So my father, as a police officer, has been involved in numerous incidents of conflict with uncooperative suspects, and he almost lost his badge over a couple of them. And there have been a greater push in the news and media to incorporate more cameras and surveillance devices so that the police don't overstep their bounds. And I must say I'm in firm favor of this, and I believe police officers such as my father would have no trouble wearing anything, to record their actions because they're not doing anything wrong. They're simply doing their jobs. And there's always going to be a few bad eggs in the force, but there's bad eggs no matter where you go. And I think that as long as we remember that police officers are, for the most part, here for our protection and safety, then we'll all get along just fine.
I decided to work on the civilian side for the case. What happened to my chart?
What's the matter with it?
This isn't my stuff. Like I had a different section right here for it.
Why you gotta look at the brother? Listen, in the immortal words of Shaggy, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I only did the slides I was supposed to do.
Oh, that might be on me. I think this stuff was supposed to be in my presentation, but I kind of changed my mind.
Oh, shit.
Oh, of course you went and messed up my part of the project, the part that was the opposite viewpoint from yours. By accident? I don't believe that.
No, I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, sure you didn't.
I didn't.
You have done nothing but argue with me and try to shut me up this entire time.
That's not true.
It absolutely is.
Is everything all right? Do you guys need a minute to regroup outside? And you can always go out and take a breath and come back in and finish up the presentation.
No, it's okay. He has done everything and anything to make this just about his particular opinion, even if we don't agree with it.
Me? You're literally attacking me in front of the whole class while we're doing the presentation.
Well, that's how civilians feel now. With police brutality, with the injustice and the corruption, tampering with evidence, flipping it back on me, etc.
You've got to be kidding me with that.
Yo, listen, why don't we just take a breath, take a minute? Why don't we just step outside?
It would be wise for one of you two to step out and cool down.
No, I want you to see what it has been like to work in this group, especially with someone who is so on the other side that...
I don't support police brutality. You're making it sound like I promote violence.
Well, you're arguing for the cops that are responsible for all these different incidents.
Yeah.
Listen, sir, I'm sorry, but I can't deal with it anymore. Every day, for the past couple of weeks, we've been going through the same BS trying to get everybody's point across. Let me scratch that. You've been trying to get your point across. You've been trying to get your point across. You just been sitting there doing absolutely nothing. The other guy put in more input than you, and he wasn't even here. You two took this project that was supposed to mean something and shat all over it. You took something meaningful and you shat all over it. You two are the most immature punks I ever met in my life. You never gave him 1 second to get his point across. Do you understand what victims of police brutality go through, huh? Have you ever been shoved in the back of a police car? Have you ever gotten knocked upside your head with a baton? Have you had a dog sicked on your ass? Have you ever had any of that? No, because your father probably wouldn't allow it. He'd probably go all up in there trying to prevent that from happening to his son. And you're not getting off the hook either. You never gave him the chance to tell his side of the story either. His father's a police officer, 24/7, fighting on the streets, trying to protect us. You got to be sharp, on the beat, know what to do, like that. You, again, I'm not going to give you any satisfaction, because you never had an opinion in the first place. I had an opinion. Yeah, I had an opinion. But you never wanted to hear my opinion. And you didn't want to hear my opinion. You two dumbasses been arguing back and forth all day. Yeah. Ridiculous. One of the most important topics of all time, and you two screwed it up completely. So you know what? From the bottom of my heart, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank you. And whenever he gets here, because I don't even know his name, so I'm calling him, whenever he gets here, thank him. Thank him for showing me what a bunch of dumbasses have been doing this whole entire time. All right? Sir, listen. I wrote my report. I'm getting credit for this either way. Don't hold me accountable for these two and their stupid actions, all right? My ass may be dumb, but I ain't no dumbass. Smoky ass.
Well, there goes our only voice of reason. Good job.
Me? You never even let him speak!
Well, neither did you. You don't know what it's like to be silenced.
Are you kidding? I absolutely do!
No, you don't. You don't know what it's like to be on the opposite side of someone who is trying to support you. You don't get that at all.
You're making so many assumptions about me. Do you hear yourself?
You have the privilege of having a police officer for a father.
Here it
that
comes.
means
Here
you can just wave your little car sticker or your little badge thingy and you get off scot-free. Everything is fine. You either get a clean slate or you don't. Your freaking consequences get reduced.
Yeah.
It is so unfair.
Yeah, it's not my fault you have to deal with what you've done.
With what I've done?
Yeah, you heard me.
I'm sorry. I'm really, I don't, you.
Little lost for words now, aren't you? I kind of got my point across, didn't I? Not exactly sure where to go from here, right? You know? Because I'm right.
Yes.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I hope you both know that this project is going to be deemed incomplete. Not only did you present the project poorly, but you have disrupted this class entirely. While I appreciate both of your enthusiasms about your sides, you didn't follow the outline of the assignment at all.
We were just trying to present both sides because we thought it'd be an interesting expression for the project.
Yeah, the ones we were most passionate about.
Well, you all should have agreed upon something instead of presenting in such a manner. This was extremely unprofessional. And didn't you also have a fifth member?
Yeah, but he never showed up today.
Eric.
Well, you should have gotten in touch with me, or you should have gotten in touch with them. You also could have told me about the difficulty within the group. I mean, I am a resource, and I hope everyone understands that.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, you knew this was going to happen? How could you have possibly known this was going to happen?
I knew it was gonna happen.
You know, you just made an assumption that we were all going to be on board for your opinion. The group as a whole, that we were going to be going right with you from the get-go.
Well, I made the Google Doc. I gave us all a head start. That's all I was trying to do.
That didn't mean we were going to be online for that. You just assumed.
Well, excuse me for thinking that police officers are role models for society.
You don't get it at all, and I don't think you're ever going to freaking understand it. What do you think?
Unbelievable.
Was the presentation today?
Cut.